My name is Jennifer. I am a group exercise instructor and physical therapist, and today's class is a mat Pilates class. I will show modifications for the exercises, so make sure you're doing a real good job of keeping that abdomen compressed. Pick a level that's appropriate for you, and let's get started. We're gonna start on the mat today, so come on down onto your back. All right, bend your knees, put your feet flat, about hip distance apart. You're gonna start with engaging that pelvic floor. So think about that closing and lifting up in that muscle group, deep into that bottom of that pelvis. Then pull that transverse abdominal muscle, flatten towards your back, thinking about creating that nice, small, narrow waist and compression from that front to the back. Push your hands and shoulders back into the mat. Think about opening that chest and engaging those back muscles, and then breathe. So once you've got that all set, make sure you've got that breath moving. No breath holding with exercise, okay? So practice a few breaths in and out while you're able to maintain that core. Let that rib cage move laterally. Now hold that core nice and tight. Pick your head up. If your belly stayed down and compressed, then you can start to come a little further, possibly picking up your shoulders or shoulder blades and coming into that ab curl. At no point should that belly bulge outward and get bigger with any of the exercises. So make sure when I show the different levels for modification, you pick one that you're able to keep that compressed. Reach through your fingertips, create nice long neck and length through that spine. Keep breathing, keep compressing, and then just march. I want you to pick one foot up at a time, just introducing some warm-up movement, getting your brain coordinated with that core, and then moving your limbs. One more on each side, and pause. I want you to side bend, reach towards a foot, take it back center, other foot, center. So alternate sides, reach and reach. Okay, make sure you're breathing. One more to each side. Hold at center, bring your hands back behind your head, fingertip support to your head. Okay, so it just creates a little hammock for your head to rest into. Make sure you're not yanking on it. Keep that chin off that chest. And then I want you to come up onto your tippy toes, put your knees together, and twist. So warming up some obliques with the lower body causing that rotation versus the upper body. One more to each side. Hold at center. Bring your feet back, hip distance apart. Release your head. Reach through those fingertips again. Extend the right leg out. Push through your heel. I want you to really fire those quads. Keep that belly compressed nice and tight. And take that left arm overhead and reach. So you're trying to really lengthen from your foot out through your hand. Now keep that right leg out and switch your arms. Same arm, same leg. Lengthen the whole side of that body. Reach, 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 reach. And bring everything in. Extend the left out. So we're just kind of in a prolonged ab curl here as part of warm-up. Left leg pushes out. Right arm reaches overhead. Switch those arms, so you've got same arm, same leg, reaching and lengthening. bring everything in and lower all the way back down to the mat. Press your hands and shoulders into the mat. Get that core set. I want you to pick up your legs and then pull your knees in towards your shoulder area. Your feet are going to be turned out and your heels are going to be pressed together, okay? So we're going to do a leg press, but we're in a frog position. Level 1, you're going to push straight up towards the ceiling, firing your quads, pushing against an imaginary resistance. Pull those knees back in towards your shoulders. Now level 2 is anything lower than that. So the lower your legs go, it's more drag on that back and more force that your abdominals have to keep stabilized. So pick a level of lower where you can keep everything in good form. So you've got strong exhale, push, inhale, pull in. You can go at your own breath pace. You do not have to match what I'm doing. Make sure you do pause out there though for that full exhale, and then inhale, and then exhale, so that it's not just like a quick in and out. Hold out through that exhale, then pull in. Couple more. One more. Bring it in, bring those knees together, lift those legs straight up. Now, you can flex or point on this one, it doesn't matter, okay, whatever's kind of comfortable for you. We are gonna do a double leg lower. Now, I normally don't let you use your hands for stability at all, but I am gonna let you tuck them just a tiny bit underneath like the outside part of your hip, okay? So if you were to see me from underneath, my hands are really very far out. They're not underneath my sacrum, they're not underneath my back. I'm just gonna kind of use a few fingers to give some stability through my pelvis so that we can get a little bit lower through that leg drop potentially. Now you don't have to, you can keep your arms at your sides, hands into the mat if you've got that stability there. Otherwise, just tuck a tiny little bit. Get that core set. Now we're gonna drop down as far as what you can to control and straight leg lift back up. Your knees should be locked, okay? Now modification, I'm gonna bend my knees and tap my feet closer towards my bottom, okay? It's a much shorter lever. The force through that back and core is much smaller. So you got that inhale and exhale. Keep that back really tight down. Do not let it arch. Keep those shoulders back. Don't let them hunch up off of the mat. One more, and then I want you to hold down where you can. See if you can stay. Think about that pelvic floor. Pull in that belly nice and tight. Think about those really long limbs reaching out through those feet. Spine is lengthened. Now, if you can from here, I want you to pick your head up, maybe your shoulders and shoulder blades, and now see if you can take those hands off the floor, off from underneath that hip, and reach and hold. Look at your belly, what's it doing? It should not have popped. Keep it down. Small leg lift from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. Bring everything in and lower down. All right, take a hold of one leg. Roll yourself up into sitting. We're gonna alternate a back plank or a reverse plank, just one, and then in between each one, we're gonna do a single leg. It kind of looks like a single leg teaser position. So my legs are gonna be out extended and long, quads are fired, knees are locked. Put your hands down behind you, underneath those shoulders, and really get that heart lifted. Get that compression front to back, and you're gonna lift yourself up, hips up into a back plank, so you get that nice long line of your body, and then lower down, and then from there, I want you to reach and lengthen one leg up, and lower down. Hands come back. Lift up into a back plank. Lower down. Other leg. Reach and lengthen. And down. Lift and lower. Right leg. Lower down. Hip lift and lower down. Left leg. Up and down. There's two on each side. Keep going. Plank. Lower, core tight, and lower, lift, and lower, leg, and lower. If this is bothering your wrists, I wouldn't do the back plank. You could just alternate those legs, okay? One more on each leg. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, leg. Now hold your back plank. I want you to push up and hold it. Okay, really dig in through those heels, lift your hips high into the air, legs are straight, core is set. Breathe. Lower all the way down and come off of those wrists. Give them a little stretch if you need to. Now we're going to stay in long sitting here. And we're going to do some leaning back. We're going to be alternating our arms. We're going to be pulsing it back. So bring your legs out more about hip distance apart. Okay, not real wide. Okay, just keep them right in alignment with those hips. Sit up nice and tall. Bring those arms out in front. Get that belly pulled back, pelvic floor up. Drop those shoulders down and back. And again, you can kind of hard point if you want. I'm going to maybe keep my toes a little bit loose. But it's up to you as far as what's comfortable for your feet on this. Leaning back into that position. I want you to hold. Okay, again, really smush those knees into the floor. Stay there for a moment. Just make sure that core is really set. And then you're going to alternate your arms. So you're going to lift one, bring it down, other one, and bring it down. Now we're going to pick that pace up. So a little faster on the alternating. You're kind of switching right in mid-air. Switch, 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 switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it forward with the arms, bring it up, and relax for a second. We're going to come back into that position, so keep those legs nice and long. Get that core reset, and roll yourself back. we're gonna add some leg movement here. We're gonna be alternating a knee into that chest. So I don't want it to actually be like a chest pull into your knee. You're gonna stay back, try to draw that knee in and place it back down. Draw that knee in and place it back down. Couple more with just the leg. One more. And bring it up. Again, give it a little break. We're gonna add arms and legs to that. So we're still gonna bring our knee in. This time as you bring that knee in, your arms will elevate up overhead. Get yourself tall, get your core engaged, lean back. Now, as you bring a knee in, again, those arms are gonna reach up and then place everything back where you started. Pull it in, down where you started. Actually, drop my arms a little too low on that last one. Out in front, out in front. Couple more. One more. Bring it up and sit up tall. Now let's do a back plank in between all that because we're not done in this position. We're doing a few more things while we're here today. So create that length in those legs, put those hands back on the floor underneath those shoulders, and lift yourself up. Hips high, engage that back all the way up through the backside. You've got shoulder blades squeezing back and together, lifting through those hips. Keep lifting, hips up high. And release it down. Come off those wrists again. Give them a little stretch if you need to. Now we're gonna start in a teaser position, and then we're gonna drop a leg while the arm lifts. So we just did kind of legs together with the arms. They went in the same direction. This is gonna be opposite direction from each other. So bend your knees for me. Now, full teaser position, you can modify. If you've got that length in that hamstring, I want you here. Tall sitting, grabbing those ankles, okay? And I normally teasers a little bit wider, but I actually do want your legs in, again, about hip distance apart. If you need to modify this, I can bend my knees, okay, to feet at knee level, and then you can do the same exercise. So create that heart lifted position. As I drop my right leg, I'm going to lift my right arm. I'm not going to touch the floor with my leg if I can help it, and I'm going to lift it right back up. So this has got some balance involved. Left leg drops, left arm reaches. Lift it back up. Right leg, right arm. Lift it back up. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. Keep that core set. Drop and lift. And again, if you need to set that leg down on the floor, you can before you lift it back up, but if you can be hovering it just off the floor, that's sort of the goal here. couple more. Really take your time. Slow, controlled movement. Those limbs should be very long. Last couple. Really keep firing those quads. Finish one more. Make sure you're equal right and left. Hold and balance. And release those legs down. Now that gave us a little bit of some hamstring length to make this next one a little bit easier. We are going to get back into that long sit position. And we're going to lean back and we're going to rotate. So as our trunk rotates, I am going to add an optional leg lift with it, okay? So we're going to be back, you're going to rotate, arms off to one side, come center, rotate to the other side, come center. So really firing those obliques now along with that transverse and your pelvic floor. So lean back. Okay, I'm going to go palm up and I'm going to twist and take it center. And I'm going to twist and take it center. And I'm going to twist and take it center. It's not about how far over your hands go. So make sure you're not swinging them way out and coming across the chest. They should be locked out straight from your shoulders as you twist. So they cannot leave that shoulder plane, okay? Now, if you want to make this more difficult, you are going to add a leg. So as you twist, you're going to lift that same side leg that you're twisting to and bring it back center. I'm going to twist to the other side and center. Twist and center and twist and center. Breathe. Few more. Keep that low tummy tucked super tight, right into your spine. One more on each side. Release, bring it all the way up, hands down, another back plank. Let's counterbalance that hip flexion with some hip extension. Ready? Press those legs out strong, lift those hips high, up into the air. Keep that belly tight here. You still have to engage your core. Lower down. And go ahead and come off those wrists again. Give them a little stretch. All right, let's keep working a little bit of that extension. So come on down onto your back. We're going to get into a bridge position before we do a few more flexion things, and then we'll flip it over. So come on down. We're going to be up in a single leg bridge. We are going to do a single bicycle. So we'll go forward, we'll reverse your bicycle, and then we'll do some pulses straight up to the ceiling. So pick whatever leg you want to work first. That's going to stay on the floor, okay? Because you're going to have to push really strong through that leg. Hands into the floor, shoulders back, pelvic floor in, transfer set. I'm going to just choose my right leg up. I'm going to work my left leg first today. So I'm going to lift right up high into that bridge position, okay? Then you're going to flex that foot in the air. Press down through an imaginary resistance, pull that in, scoop around, and push. Okay, so yes, it's a bicycle motion, but I want you to really think about pulling against resistance here, okay? So press 1, kick strong, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, keep those hips level, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now reverse it. Bend, push, lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Hold it up. Now pulse into that bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. 10 more. 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Put that foot down. Stay in your bridge if you can. Kick the other leg up, and we're going to go right away. Ready? Press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strong, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep your hip up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, hold, 30 pulses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Put that other foot down. Your butt is still elevated. Hold. Press up really high. Squeeze that core super set tight. Pelvic floor, get some gravity help here. Keep pushing through that extension here. Just lift, push, 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 push. Keep holding. And lower all the way down. And pull your knees into your chest a couple times, just kind of in and out. You can kind of roll it, just loosen it back up. Kind of wiggle it out. Okay. You've got your legs here, roll it up. Bam. Okay, now that was a lot of extension. We're gonna do one more kind of really tight flexion position, and we're gonna come down and do some single leg stretch variations today. So from here, come up onto your tippy toes, roll yourself back, see if you can balance out and lift those feet. If you can, pick up your feet just to knee level. We're not gonna straighten them out here. I want you to take your forearms and cross them over each other, okay? And this is gonna be a tight little crunch here. So we are going to pulse in, in, in. Trying to kind of meet those knees and those forearms. Crunch, crunch, crunch. nice and tall. Give my back a little stretch. And roll it all the way back down to the floor. All right, so single leg stretch variation here. We're gonna start, I want you to extend your right leg straight out on the floor, okay? And you do get to have your hands behind your head to support on this, which I know isn't your typical single leg stretch, but we're gonna be here for a while. So fingertips back, and I want you to come into your curl once you've got that core set. Level one is you would keep that foot on the floor, your long leg, all right? And then you're gonna pick up the bent knee and put it down. Then you would pick up your straight leg and put it down. Level two, I'm gonna hold that straight leg off the floor and hover while I move the other leg. So keep that core set. I'm gonna pull in that bent knee, I'm gonna put it down, and I'm gonna straighten and put the straight leg hovered off the floor. So pull, pull. 3. Let's count that as 2 because I was talking. We'll make this 3, 3, 4, 4. Stay in your curl. 5, 5. Strong. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Switch. Put that other foot flat, extend the leg out, hover if you can. Here we go. Single leg march, single leg kick. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7. No belly popping. Keep it down. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. Switch. Stay in your ab curl here. We're not done. Now, I want you to raise your right leg straight up. Okay, this is going to be our start. Now, both legs are going to move, but opposite directions. As one lowers, the other one's going to lift, and then you come back to this position. So it looks like this. You would lower and lift, and then lift and lower. Okay? So it's kind of a combination scissor, really, and single leg stretch. So stay strong, and here we go. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch legs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you can, you're going to straighten both legs out, and we're going to just scissor back and forth 10 times. That's it. So we're going to pick up our pace, get your core set. We're going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Finally come all the way out of your curl and take a couple deep breaths. I want you to flip it over to your stomach. Bring it around. If you need a drink of water, go ahead and get that. I'm just going to get a little sip here. Okay. We're going to start off on our stomachs. down. All right, legs about hip distance apart. I want you to bend your knees, pull your feet down, toe out, and press your heels together. We're gonna do a heel squeeze prone variation. Now, normally we are head flat, and you certainly can do that here. I'm gonna add a little more difficulty with some back extension. So I actually do want you to try, if you can, push into those fingertips and lift that upper body, that chest, a little bit off the floor, all right? Now, you're gonna lift your knees, squeeze your butt, push your heels towards the ceiling. You're gonna kick out, straighten your knees, pull back in, and lower down. You can flex your feet or point on this one, all right? I'm not gonna be that picky about the feet. So press up, lengthen out, pull heels in, and lower down. Lift, extend, pull, and drop. Lift, extend, in, and down. Lift, extend, lift, and down. Nice tight through the core. Don't hold your breath. Make sure you're breathing. And really, again, think about those limbs. Very long and lengthened, as long as you can get your legs there on that kick out. Lift and out and in and down, in and out, in and down. How about 2 more times? And 1 more. Now, just heel press up to the ceiling, pulse. Up, 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 up. I'm still kind of light into my fingertips. I'm trying to use my back muscles to hold my chest up, or my head can be down on my forearms. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release that head and chest down. Shake those hips out. Give them a little break. Now, press yourself back into a tabletop position. So your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Knees are going to be underneath those hips. We are going to add some arm workout with this one. We've got some tricep push-ups, alternating with a knee to chest, all right? So once you've got your tabletop, I want you to extend the right leg back behind you. I'm kind of off my mat, hold on. Extend that right leg back and keep your left knee down underneath that hip, okay? Now, tricep push-up, your elbows are going to come at you towards your feet. So they're not to flare to the side. So when you do this, they should be sweeping right by the sides of your body, not outward, okay? So really hug them tight into your side as we do this. So right leg back, get that core set, belly up nice and tight, all right? The leg behind you is gonna come up with that tricep push-up. So as you dip down, that leg is gonna come up. I'm gonna hover my face off the floor. I'm gonna push back up and put my foot down. Then I'm gonna hug my knee into my chest. And then I'm gonna put that back down. And we're gonna keep alternating those 2 movements, okay? So lift that leg as you drop 1. Knee to chest, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, keep that core set, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, last one, 8. Now, hold your knee into your chest Hold it in, hold, 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 hold. And put it down and get off those wrists, give them a break. So now you know what's coming on the other side. We've got 8 of our push-ups and knee lifts, and then we'll hold the knee just for a few seconds at the end. All right, position yourself back into that tabletop. Lengthen that spine, left leg back now. All right, belly up, pelvic floor in. Here we go. I'm gonna dip 1. Knee to chest, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, last 8, 8, and hold, pull, 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 pull. And put it down, come off those wrists. Get some bonus arm work here. All right, this one is kind of a, I think it's fun. I like this one. So we're gonna come from a push-up position, like a push-up plank, and you're gonna walk your tippy toes as close to your feet as you can into a pike up. And then you're gonna walk them back out. And then I'll show some modifications. So you're gonna come in your push-up position here. Get that belly tight. You're gonna stay on the balls of your feet, okay? As I start to lift my hips up, I am gonna walk my feet as close towards my hands as I can, core tight, and then I'm going to walk them back out to my plank, okay? So I could modify. I could drop into a down dog and wave back to my plank. I could come up into my down dog and then wave to my plank, okay? And if this is really starting to bother your wrists, just choose something else. You can always go to a forearm plank from your knees or toes and hold that while we do this. We're not gonna do many of these, okay? Hands down, feet down, core set, and go up on those tippy toes and start walking them in as far as you can, and then walk back out, down to that plank. Lift your hips, start walking them in. Stay high on those toes, and walk back out, down to your plank. Lift those hips, walk, 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 and walk it back out, back to your plank. One more time. Hips up, walk, walk. And walk it back. Come down to that push-up plank. And release. Again, get off your wrists. Okay. Now, we are going to come down to your side. We're going to work our hips a little bit, and then we're going to finish in standing with some more calf work and some more quad work and some plie positions. So you're almost there today. Come on down onto your side. Get any more water if you need it. In fact, I might take a quick sip. Belly back tight, okay? Back is like it's up against a wall. We're gonna do an elevated clamshell today. I want you to bring your feet together, and your feet should be in alignment with your body. So make sure they're not forward and they're not tucked back behind you. Your feet are right there along your hip line, all right? Then you're gonna lift those feet up and you're gonna hold those up. And then the top leg is gonna butterfly. So you're gonna lift up and down. So working some of those deeper hip rotators. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, keep going, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, I want you to put your bottom foot down, keep the top foot elevated. Internal rotation, reverse clamshell now. You're gonna drop it foot to foot, then lift your foot. So now my knees stay together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Make sure it's not just a flick up. You want to control that motion. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Feet are still in alignment. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, I want you to kick this leg out straight, and you're gonna make an arcing kind of rainbow motion over your bottom leg. So extend the bottom leg out, and we're gonna do a hot potato to finish this side. Arc over 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, core set, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, long limb, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We got 10 more. We're doing 30 of all these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's 30. We've got to flip to the other side, so bring it around. Now some of this, like with the clamshell and the internal rotation, external internal rotation of your hip, they're kind of like the rotator cuff of your hip, kind of if you've heard rotator cuff of your shoulder. So they really help kind of control that spin and that socket. So this might feel a little different than like some of your big muscles where you really feel that burn. You might kind of feel that deep fatigue here, but it might feel a little bit different than working like glute medius and like glute max and stuff. So feet in line with the body, knees are stacked. Get your core set, pick your feet up, and then go right into our clamshell. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep that core set, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You could put your feet down and clamshell if you needed to with fatigue. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now, leave your feet down, knees together. You're going to lift your foot now instead of your knee, going into internal rotation of that hip. So lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm a little more limited on this hip motion, so my foot may not be quite as high as it was on the other side. So listen to your body. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend those legs out, going into hot potato. Nice tight quads. Lift the top leg. Tap in front, arc into that rainbow and tap behind. Tap forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, core set, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We got 10 more and you're done with these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and you are done with that. Okay, let's stand up. We're going to finish in standing. I want you to bring it out into a plie position. So your toes are going to be facing outward. All right, and I want you to come down into a plie. I don't want your knees to cross your toes though, so make sure that you're wide enough that that does not happen, all right? And we're gonna pulse down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold it down. I want you to lift your heels. 1, put them down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulse down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. Heel lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pulse down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel lifts. 1, 2, woo, balance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now stay down if you can. Stay here. Stay in your plie, heel lifted. Keep balancing out. If you need to do something for your arms for balance, that's totally fine. Do whatever you want to. Now, can you hold your heels up and pulse? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your heels down, release that up, and shake those legs out. All right, we're gonna stretch. Let's open up those hip flexors. We did a ton of straight leg raises and stuff today. So turn yourself, knee down, foot further forward than your knee. Drop forward into that and open up that hip, okay? If this is too intense, hands to the floor. Relax your core, take some deep breaths. Quad stretch, you have the option of coming to the floor with your hand, reaching back, grabbing a hold of that foot and pulling it in, or you can go down to the floor, reach back and pull from there. If you really want to drop it, you can come to your forearm and grab the opposite ankle. Release that. Press it back, push the other foot in front, farther than the knee. Drop forward, stretching out that other hip flexor. Stretching that quad, reaching down for the floor, reach back for that foot, or go down to your stomach to stretch this if you can, and you want to take it a little deeper. Drop down onto that forearm and really drop through that hip. Release that, put your hands on the floor. I want you to push that front leg all the way to the back and walk yourself into a down dog. Drop through those heels, drop your chest, lift your sit bones. Get a stretch down through those calves that we just did with those plies and heel lifts. You can walk it out a little bit if you want, if your heels aren't quite pressed into the floor just yet. Walk your hands back towards those feet. Drop that trunk down. Relax your head. If you want to cross your forearms, you can. Get that little extra pull towards the floor. You can also grab behind those calves if you wish. And roll it all the way up. Take a deep breath on the way up. Exhale. And you guys are all done. Thank you so much for working out with me today. Enjoy the rest of your day.